Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever part of the world you are joining us here. This is just Des McDermott coming to you here from my home office in Northern Ireland with a brief update in relation to some of the new features that Royalty has launched recently. I must say, going back to the month of May, when a colleague of mine contacted me to ask me if I would take a look at something that was extremely exciting. It was new technology, it would benefit businesses. And quite frankly, I do well recall telling him, I'm sorry, not a chance. I'm not in a position to look at anything right now. I'm extremely busy. And through his persuasion, he said, look, you're going to miss out on this if you don't. And he said, you'll be kicking yourself. So I said, sure, send it on to me. I'll take a look at it. Took a look at what he sent me, and he invited me on to a Zoom call. I went on the first Zoom call, and what I heard was absolutely amazing. I could visualize what it would do for small businesses. And of course, that visualization has been realized right now with the ever increasing smart technology then made available to us from Royalty. And of course, that's the company I'm talking about, the Royalty Gem. And this is cutting edge smart technology that every small business needs and wants. And of course, it was brought about by a change in Google's operating system. And a Canadian company headed up by Justin Balababa actually introduced the product and obviously started to roll it out and decided that there was so much excitement in it that he would attach an affiliate program to it. And I do believe that in the first month, 2 months, we were looking at 7 to 8, 10,000 customers. I do remember Justin saying how they were going to have to actually manually take the product over to a different platform that was going to make it obviously more user friendly, a platform that was going to be able to handle the volume of new traffic that he was going to be getting and the demand small businesses were putting on looking for the product. So without further ado, I just want to give you a brief update as to where we are right now and the way that I'm approaching this with the customer. Of course, everybody has their own approach, but this is just something that I like to offer customers when I'm speaking to them. So I go a little bit further than just offering the product themselves. But however, if you would like to copy it, if you want some help, please do get in touch with me either on Zoom or through email, shymarketingsystem@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to discuss what I'm doing, but I'll give you a flavor of what I'm doing here anyway. And of course, just to show you again the excitement, well, this is what I see when I call into customers and you actually show them a phone. Right now, what I do is I approach them, I put their message on my phone and I show it to them, and that's the look of surprise I think that I get, and most of you will get if you use that approach. I'm going to cover a little bit more how you can actually do that as we move forward here with this project. Of course, all of this has been made possible, okay, through Bluetooth. And I find this fascinating because sometimes when I call into a customer and I will say, by the way, I've just sent you a notification. The look on their face is just one of amazement, astonishment, saying, no, you haven't. So, yeah, I have. But you don't know my phone number. Well, actually, I don't need to know your phone number. It's done through Bluetooth. And how would you like your message on everybody's phone passing up and down by your premises, your business right now, or obviously when you take your gym with you? How would you like to see that on people's phones? And you can do this through Bluetooth, and that's what I'm here to speak to you about. So, it's a good approach just to remind people, because more and more people are getting used to the concept of Bluetooth, and there's just a few ideas, as you can see, for people come home from work in the evening time. They can have their oven switched on, their heat switched on, they can control many functions in their home right now, and that's thanks to Bluetooth. And as you will see, it's referred to as BLE tooth, which is Bluetooth Low Energy. That's what the BLE stands for, okay? So just moving along, I did mention at the outset that this is made possible by a change in Google's operating system. Proximity marketing, I suppose, large corporate companies use it. Not everybody knows about proximity marketing, but just briefly, the large corporations like your your Hallmark and other big companies like that would use it. So if you're walking down an aisle, 2 aisles over from that, you buy two, you get one free. You would be notified on your phone. Again, this would be actually possibly a text message. It would be messaging more so than a notification. To achieve that, large corporations would have had to develop their own app, build an app, and then market that app to their potential customers so that they could download the app, and by doing that, they were opting in to receive the message. And that's how corporates were using that. Now, you're talking costs there of maybe between 100 and 150,000 for that to actually happen. However, from statistics, it shows that all of the large corporates that are actually using it, their business has increased between 8 and 12%, which for bottom line profits, that's significant. So it obviously works. But that was a feature of Apple. And Google said, well, hold on one second. We would like a slice of this pie. So what Google did was they changed their operating system on the Android platform to allow small businesses to capitalize on the corporate advantage, but without the costs. And by that I mean they didn't have to develop an app, and they didn't have to download the app in order to put their message on Android phone users' screens. So that's exciting, and that's how this actually came about. So as you can see there, the customer leases a tiny smart device referred to as a gym from Royalty, and Royalty being the company. Every device then is water resistant, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. So you're not buying anything, there is no contract, you're just leasing it, okay? When you do, you are afforded a website. You then decide the promotional message and a link that you would like to share with your customers about your product or your service. You just log in, put on your message, up to 40 characters, hit update, submit, and you're done. At that stage, your message is now up and running from people within up to 100 yards will actually receive your message. As you see there, the Royalty device sends your message and link to every nearby smartphone up to 100 yards. Okay, and you can link that to any of your social media sites like Facebook or YouTube, or of course to your website. You may notice there, I recently signed up Apache Pizza, they have 186 stores in Southern Ireland and 36 stores in Northern Ireland. At the moment, we have test models in both North and South to see, and from my understanding from speaking to them on a daily basis, so far they're extremely happy. And up on the top right there, you will see how Royalty gyms are talked about in boardrooms across the world. More and more people are becoming aware of what this technology has to offer and how they can actually increase their bottom line profits. And again, when speaking to your customers, I like to mention increase of bottom line profits. It's a very positive wording to be using. And of course, small businesses who are struggling out there like to hear that kind of talk, if you like. So how difficult is it? It's fantastically simple. You log into your back office, royalty.com. This is the first thing you're going to see. Okay, so a list on the left-hand side there, you will see the beacons. Again, the beacons, which we refer to as a gym. It's beacon technology. The simplicity of it is, when you log in, that's what will actually show. You can see on this screen here, so you can put in your breakfast, you can post your message. The message is in the middle. I've highlighted it here. It says breakfast served daily. By putting that in there, breakfast served daily, look over to the red circle where you'll see do not tick any of the boxes. The weekdays, you don't need to, because the breakfast has been served 7 days. So you don't need to, as you see on the top, it says don't forget AM, PM for American time format, or for any format for that particular matter. But you know, it's time and weekly are optional feeds. Leave it blank if you're broadcasting 24/7. You will see underneath that the link is going back to a YouTube video. What I like to do, and what I do with every customer, is I say, look, as in addition to linking it back to your Facebook page or your social media site, whatever it may be, or your website, that means the customer has to go looking for certain information. I like to ask the customer, what's the most important information you would like to get out to your customer? I will do a brief interview with you, or a small little video of 3 minutes, no more. Just tell your customers exactly what you have, the special offers you have, when you have them, and when they can avail of them. I will then update that to upload it to YouTube, do a little bit of editing on it, make it professional, update to YouTube, so that when the people click on that, they're linking to the YouTube of the customer, the business owner, who can tell them all about their business. It's very, very effective and proven to be effective. So it's just a little extra. I'm doing that of my own bat, okay? The community I'm working at in the moment, I've also put together a community Facebook group page for that particular town. So that is worth considering doing, because more and more people now, they're not just getting the actual gyms on the messages onto people's phones, but they're also getting a complimentary video which I allow them to use on their own Facebook page, use it on their own website, but they're also getting additional marketing on the Facebook group page. So it's another incentive for them to actually to be part of it and to make sure they want to take the business. Now, this is just the same thing, but it's a different approach. So as you will see there, this is an early bird special. Okay, so this is the same restaurant. One of the gyms was promoting the fact that there's breakfast special daily. Okay, this is the early bird special. So perhaps they want to increase business on a Monday evening, as you will see there, at 1800 hours. At 6 o'clock, they're going to offer an early bird special, maybe a bottle of wine with a dinner for two, or maybe just a glass of wine, maybe a free starter. And they're offering that on, you see the boxes are ticked on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on a Sunday. And all the customer does, log into loyalty.com, put in their username, password, log in, click on the beacon they want to update, click the message. If it's on a daily basis, as you see, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well, then they put in the time that special is running at, put in their message, link it back to their video, and hit update and save. That's it, and they're done, and their message is ready to be broadcast. So very, very simple, very user friendly, and businesses like that, because the easier it is, the more user friendly it is. It's obviously the better. Okay. In addition to that, lately corporate has been extremely busy in releasing additional benefits, additional, if you like, technology to help the small businesses. Right now, I know we're about to launch where a customer can go in and launch their own capture page, a landing page, okay? There they can capture emails, phone numbers, conduct surveys, but also, if you'll see there, which I took advantage of myself, you can now create an electronic business card. So that's done via the app, the Royalty app. And if you go into the App Store, just download the Royalty app, you can then create your own electronic business card. Again, you can link that to your digital footprint, to all of your social media sites, your website, your Skype, your emails, everything. And you can then email that to your customers, email that to your friends, as opposed to handing them a paper business card. It's phenomenal. And not only can you do that, but you will get a monthly report showing you how many impressions, how many people has actually been on viewing your card, and many clicked on your links as well to see more about you. So that's exciting. Also, as you will see there, them combined, as you see on the right hand side, because it is smart technology, it'll measure your performance automatically. Okay, it'll track all of the clicks, the page views, and all of the detailed demographics. So who clicked on your gyms? Where were they clicking from? Did they click from a mobile phone? Was it from a desktop? Was it from an iPad? Was it from a tablet? Was it from India? Was it from America? Was it from the UK? Wherever. You will get detailed demographics, which is very, very important to help you to build a business, and a successful business. And of course, this software is suitable for everybody and anybody, regardless of what business you're in, including if it's an online business, if you're a network marketer, you're an affiliate marketer. This is a fantastic opportunity and should be grabbed with both hands. So there is nobody practically you cannot speak to about this particular software. Who might really benefit? Well, as you see there at the top, already thousands of businesses are enjoying the benefits of the Royalty Gym as we speak. I mean, look at this lady's face as she's holding the gym in her hand. She says, "This is amazing." Possibly asking them, "What did you see this message on your phone? Is this why you came in?" "Oh, yeah, we did." "Well, let me show you where actually that came from." Yeah, so it's suitable, as you can see there. Storefronts, restaurants, salons, fitness clubs, and boutiques. Yeah, they all have something in common. Every business has something common. Every single business wants more people. They want to have bums on seats. They want to have eyeballs on their product, because that is the only way that they're going to be able to do it. And as we say here, look, can you imagine if you were able to put your message directly onto people's phones. The age group between 21 and 36, as we call the baby boomers, they want their message direct to their phone. They're not interested in newspapers and listening to radio stations or anything else to get their message. They want it now, and they want it in front of their eyes on their phones. That is what we can do for customers, folks. That's what we can do for small businesses. We can really help them. We are helping them, and let's continue to help them. And I understand there's more coming down the track as well, which is going to be very exciting. But of course, it's not just for storefronts. This is extremely effective here for realtors, for people, auctioneers, we call them in Ireland, people involved in the property industry, whether they're renting, whether they're leasing, whether they're selling, whether they're buying. So you keep a royalty gem in your car, for instance. So you promote your brand wherever you go. So you can just imagine how effective it is. It's your own personal billboard 24/7. You go for a cup of coffee, look how many people sitting around you. You're now putting your message onto their phone while they're sitting dining with you. You go to a football match, you go to a gathering of all time, and of course there's going to be a lot of those in the coming month ahead between Christmas and the New Year. Now is a fantastic time. Get your message onto their phones, okay? And of course, I say to people, listen, how many do you need? I always, minimum I recommend is 3 gems. I mean, 1, you need to put on your keychain, carry with you. That means you're a walking billboard wherever you go. Secondly, you need to leave one in your car or on your property. For a realtor, imagine just leaving one in the property where somebody's walking by. They will get a message to their phone or a notification, and it can link back directly to show that property. So as opposed to having the realtor been out there in his car, taking up his time and everything else, their property can be viewed through the use of the gem, simply by placing the gem in the property, so that people up to 100 yards are passing by, they'll actually get the notification and take a look at that property and see what they want to find out about it. And of course, it's the secrecy about it as well, as opposed to contacting the realtor. They can look at it, they can view it on their own time. How exciting is that? And potentially get more business from it as well. The other thing, of course, I suggest the third one is that you either you give it to your spouse, let him or her take it with them to their place of work, when they're going for their lunch, when they're going driving around, wherever they may go. So, it's at least 3 is what I recommend. Okay. Now, here's the service providers in this world, who's your builders, your contractors, your plumbers, your carpenters, effectively anybody out there that's in the service provider arena. Like, this is incredible. No matter where you go, just leave one in your van, leave one in your car, so that when people pass by, they can find out. So you're above on top of a roof, you're doing the roof, but maybe that customer didn't know that you also do extensions. Maybe you install swimming pools. Maybe the list is unlimited. And again, if you revert back to that 3-minute video, that person, that company spokesperson, can tell everybody in 3 minutes exactly what it is that they do. So there's so much amazing. Moving along to the pricing of this, it's unbelievably cost effective, and I like to use the word again, cost effective. No contract. Customers love to hear there is no contract. All right, so 3 gems will cost them $49, but of course, if they want to just take 1 gem, it's $25. But I'm always upfront. There's an activation fee of $30. You pay the first and the last month. So minimum, you're talking about $80, 25 first and last. That's 50 plus the 30 activation. So $80 gets you up and running, and from there you can add additional gems if you so wish. Of course, anything above those 3 gems, they're $12. So they're less than half price if you want to. Some people order 9, 10, 20 of them. So they're $12, which is again very, very cost effective and affordable by every single business. And I think there's a lot to be said about that. So if a business is not prepared to, you're talking about cents a day. If they're not prepared to invest in that, well, then they're not serious about their business. Just one other closing point in relation to this. I always like to tell businesses, it is fantastic. I've come into beauty salons and beauty parlors and various places. Well, by the way, we really have, we're satisfied with the amount of customers we have. Hopefully we can hold them. So, well, that's fine. What about upselling to your customer? A lot of people don't understand the concept of upselling. But if you're talking about a hairdresser, and the lady's sitting down there and they're pampered for an hour, of course they're checking their phone on a regular basis, and that business that can be putting a message on their phone to say a notification that, by the way, if you buy 2 bottles of shampoo, you get one free. They have their point of sale at the front of the house. So again, they're selling to their customers that they normally wouldn't have. Instead of having to tell the customer, by the way, do you know what we have? The notification does that for you. So that's extremely effective. And I do hope that it's something that all of us are sharing with our clients, because it is a certain way to increase bottom line profits without a shadow of a doubt. So there, I'm going to leave it, folks. Wanted just to keep it short and sweet, show you the update. I'll be keeping you updated in the weeks ahead as we find more information in relation to the landing pages. I'm sure there'll be corporate training on it, and I'll be touching back with you as well. So from Des here in Northern Ireland, for now, it's over and out, and do have a beautiful, pleasant, safe, happy, healthy Christmas. Bye for now.